It wouldn't be Friday without the interesting stories report from Richard Southern. How you doing, Richard?
I'm good. Happy Friday, David. Now, I'm throwing some of our plans out the window here because David earlier today was telling me a story about something interesting and crazy that happened to him yesterday. David, you were in Montreal on vacation with your family. You flew back to Pearson yesterday. You were on the Up Express going to Union Station when you realized something, right?
Oh, yeah, close. I was headed to Billy Bishop. I'm on that shuttle between the airport and Union Station. I'm reaching in my bag, and I'm looking for my keys, my car keys, and I'm sort of shuffling. I'm like, I don't see any keys here. I have one of those devices where you can track your keys because I'm a notorious leaver behinder of things. And they were on the bus that connects downtown Montreal with Trudeau Airport in Montreal. So I had to...
So you had landed in Toronto and you realized you left your keys in Montreal.
I was in downtown Montreal and my keys were just circling the highway in Montreal, and I had to loop back and go get them.
So what did you do? You actually flew back to Montreal, you're telling me.
Yeah, Richard, it was money well spent. I did the loop around on the shuttle, bought a ticket, got back on the plane, flew to Montreal, called my family in Montreal and said, can you please go pick up my keys out of this bus before the bus, gets decommissioned for the day or goes out of service and ends up in a warehouse. So luckily they were able to get the keys. The bus driver had them in her pocket, and I was able to pick them up. And then I went and I took a train back home.
So you flew twice between Toronto and Montreal yesterday.
It was a lot of flying around. Yeah, I saw a lot of that smoke looking down out of the window for sure.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It was something. I don't want to do that all the time. That's a nasty one on the pocketbook, I'll tell you that.
I don't even want to ask what that last-minute ticket was. But, David, we're going to move on to more interesting, not as interesting as that, but more interesting stories. Would you believe AI teddy bears are expected to hit the market by as early as this Christmas? Yes, VTech CEO, one of the big electronic toy makers, says he's betting the farm on this. So artificial intelligence teddy bears would read bedtime stories to your kids tailored to everything the toy knows about your child, including the kid's likes and dislikes. Your kid could hold an entire conversation with the toy, and it would respond in complete sentences, kind of like ChatGPT. And it would be a wild new world. Of course, the concern, David, is about what type of data toys like this would collect. Quite the dystopian near future here.
Yeah, a little creepy, but I guess on the flip side of this, there's a study underway that could revolutionize the world of dentistry?
It sure is, David. There is a peer-reviewed study happening in Japan starting next year about dentists looking to regrow teeth. There's a new medication that would target the genes to regrow teeth. That would really obviously change the world of dentistry. Instead of getting a cavity or having your tooth removed, you can actually grow a new one. This has been successful in animal trials. They're going to test it in humans. That would be wild, wouldn't it, David? I'm going to start eating more candy just in advance of that.
Yeah, I know. The candy's already calling to me. But, if you're going to watch fireworks, you want some candy, too. I think that's what we're talking about next, right? Big fireworks shows are all set for Canada today. But some people love fire a little too much. Is that what I'm hearing here?
This is a guy out of France setting the world record, and I don't know why he would want to do this, for the longest distance run while set on fire. 893 feet he ran while completely engulfed in flames. The 39-year-old donning a protective suit, not wearing any oxygen. David, that's pretty crazy. The things people do to get into the Guinness World Records.
That's something. You won't catch me doing that.
Just make sure you got your keys on you, okay, when you leave the studio.
That's what
tonight,
I look like
David.
running to get my keys. Enjoy the long weekend, Richard.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy Canada Day.
Talk to you on Tuesday.